course. This is Thomas. What's going on, Thomas?
Tired.
I love that shirt, man. I really do.
Trying to
Okay.
keep up appearances here.
Okay, so first we're gonna give you our spiel. This is our website. We're in the paper prototype stages of it, and what we're doing right now is kind of testing the usability of it and some of the functions, and we're gonna give you tasks to do to kind of test the process of the application. So the way it's gonna work is we're gonna treat our paper prototype as if it was a touchscreen, and Juanita is the computer. And as you press something exactly with your finger, it's going to she's going to do the functions. She's going to do her computer stuff, and then it's going to change on the paper. So first, I'm going to ask you a few questions, just kind of like data that we're kind of collecting and compiling. What's your age? 20. Okay. What's your favorite prime number? No. What's your activity level? Would you say you're
More specific.
sedentary? Would you say that you're slightly active,
Active,
or like marathon? Moderately active. Okay. Okay, so the first task we're going to ask is that you use the website to sign up.
Before we get to that, could you tell me what this site is?
Okay. This
It's a
site
fitness
is a
web app.
fitness web app. Yeah. It's basically something that you can use to kind of help you in your journey along fitness. So we have included a calorie counter. We have included a
Like it'll take in what calories you've eaten for the day, and then it'll also you can input your
exercise for the day.
It'll minus that calorie outtake, and then it'll give you your net. And you can set up a goal, and you can also have access to great things like recipes and exercise tips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what our website's about. Okay, so the first thing we're going to check is
To register
if
as
you
a new
can
user.
register as a new user.
Login, sign up. Username, email, password, personal information, create account.
How easy do you feel it was to register for a new account?
Pretty easy. Nothing uncommon.
Okay, our next task.
The next task is
Article.
to read an exercise article.
Suppose I'll go to exercise. I'm going for just any here. I'll go for this main one here. Okay.
Alrighty. Okay, so what about that process? Did you find it pretty simple, or
To get to this page, no. I consider that the fact that you have the tab called exercise, I believe that it was for myself
yeah?
in
Even-
terms of exercise.
Even without the secondary navigation that says my food, my.
That was only available once I got to that page, correct?
Yes,
When
because
I was at my profile, all I saw was home, about, food, and exercise.
No, you see overview. So you'd like to see this on your dashboard as well, your overview.
Yes.
Okay.
That way it differentiates what is considered my exercises and then that which is considered an exercise article.
Okay.
Maybe change exercise to information like articles or news, something that differentiates that from myself.
Okay.
Next task.
All right. So the next task is to enter a food entry, something that you may have eaten in the day.
I'm going to go food, unless this is a pop-up, in which I'll close that. I'm sorry, what was my task again?
To enter food entry.
To enter a food entry. Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to go to my food. And I'm going to enter in da-da-da-da-da, and how much, 3 servings, when,
This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
okay. Lunch, I suppose.
Okay.
I ate this.
And then it'll automatically put in that item and fill in all the stuff for you, and then also your totals for that day, and it'll populate right here as well.
Okay.
Okay, so was that process pretty, cut and dry, straightforward, or do you have any,
Considering you had my food there as a heading, I'm assuming,
yeah,
it was actually easy to find that upon my page.
okay,
I would recommend, though, that just because not everyone is going to be having, a food during breakfast, lunch, and dinner, maybe have like snack
No,
options.
and snack.
Okay.
yeah,
And that's it.
okay,
It's easy to get to.
all right.
Log out.
So the next thing we
Oh,
actually,
no, for
the
another day.
previous day. Okay, so you forgot that you ate a corn dog yesterday. Let's go about trying to correct that.
Considering we're in the food section, I'm going to go to my food log.
That's today's slow.
Okay. How about my meals?
That's where you can input meals that are not in the database, or like a set of things together.
All right, so this is basically a history then.
Well, like you can save, like say that way you don't have to input like
That's
each
the daily
individual
history.
No, like so you don't have to
Daily.
enter each individual item. You can create a meal,
Okay.
and it'll calculate the calories.
Okay, I suppose I want to create a meal then.
Saved.
Create a meal.
It'll pop up. I didn't make
Yeah,
a pop up for
we
that.
Enter in the meal and when.
No
the
win.
date.
It's just to put into the database a meal.
So basically, a meal is a group of foods. So that way, you don't have to continually eat. I'm sorry, you don't have to continually annotate that you had. Okay, so if I have oatmeal and a cup of coffee and 4 ounces of water or something like that way I don't have to enter. That's my breakfast meal. I can just enter breakfast meal, and it's going to populate into the database and do the calculations like every single time. So it's a group of foods, but this is like a daily entry thing. If you look up towards the upper right hand corner,
This calendar up here?
yeah, that's what we were trying to.
Okay.
It's
That's
obviously
fine.
not
What,
in the.
what do you think would make that easier? Is this not clear up here for the
No,
day?
I considered that as like it's just a mini calendar. Today, I did not really notice that at all. I would assume
When you say food, I think people
because when I
think
saw
food.
food log, I was thinking, okay, maybe it's in there in which we can. I'm sorry, in the my meals when we go to create a meal and you say it goes into the database. I was assuming we could
No.
put an entry.
No, this is
From
just
another time.
to enter stuff into the database, a meal, and this is just to enter recipes if it's not in our database.
So probably make it a bit more prominent as to the calendar, as to this is today's, or this was October 1st, something that makes it easier for me to find out that this was the goal for that day.
Okay.
Because if you keep it small like that, I'm just going to skip right by that.
Okay. More prominent.
All right, and then the last task is to log out. Right. All right.
Any comments, questions?
Kind of already went through the problems I had there, so I can't really think of anything else to talk about.
Would you use enough like this?
Myself, I would not. I'm not that big on calorie intake and carbohydrates.
You're lucky you're young.
Okay, thank you.
Me and my metabolism.
Fortunate. All right. Thanks, Thomas.